Today I'm going to show you how to jack up your camper and change a tire.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. Well, a while back we had the little toy hauler here out in the desert and came back. We got a flat tire on the road, and I was pretty lucky. I have roadside assistance and all that stuff, and if you do, that's great, and if you want to count on it, that's great, but sometimes you're just in a place where it's going to be a 2-hour wait, or maybe you're out of cell reception, something like that. So having the tools and knowing how to do this, it's a good idea. So let me show you what I have, and I'll kind of explain what we did on the road, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to change it right here in the driveway because I got the tire replaced. All right, this is what I have with me in my camper at all times. I have a bottle jack. This one happens to be a 20-ton, high quality Pittsburgh automotive. 10-ton would probably work. I've had this one for a while. I don't remember what I paid. Let's just say it's under $100. Maybe it's even way less than that. I have a, whatever you call these, star wrench, cross wrench. Probably bought this at AutoZone or maybe even Harbor Freight. I don't know. There you go. It's Team Mechanics. But make sure you get one that fits your lugs. This one I think I had for my big Class A RV, which I did have to change a tire on, and it worked. There's the handle for this. And you're going to want a tire gauge. And having some extra wood blocks around is a good idea, or if you have the plastic leveling blocks, they'll work. So we got the flat, fortunately, in a really good place when we were coming back from the desert. There's really twisty roads with not very much side on them to pull off, but where we got the flat was a great place. I saw a little bit of smoke coming out from the back, and there was a stoplight. We were just getting towards town, kind of, and right past that stoplight was a big area to pull off. So we did that, and since I had a wood block, what I did is I put a couple of them in front of the front wheel, because this is the wheel that got the flat, and then I had my wife pull the trailer up onto that. I might have had to stack 2 of them, I can't remember, but it raised it enough that this tire came off the ground. So that was quite easy, except in my haste to be super handy, I had forgotten that I wasn't going to be able to loosen these lug nuts. So I just had her step on the trailer brake. But if I was thinking, man, I could have either put this X-Chock in here to lock them down, it might have done it, or I would have loosened them a little bit before. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to loosen these lug nuts. Now if you have one of these star wrenches, even if you're not a very strong person, or small, weak like me, you can put your foot down there and your hand up here, and there you go. These things provide a lot of leverage, so they're very nice. You may have an impact wrench with you. I don't bring an impact, I bring this little impact driver, which doesn't have enough juice to loosen these, but once they're loose, this really made the process go fast. So I'm going to loosen all these up, and then we're going to get to where we're going to put this bottle jack. All right, the sun is kind of in the wrong position here for doing this, but this is all right. So I've got a wood block underneath my bottle jack, and I have one up above it as well. Now I am jacking this thing on the frame here, kind of as close to this wheel as I could get it and feel comfortable. And there's some people who say that if you jack up on these axles that it's not good. I don't know, but I know almost everyone agrees that the frame is the way to go. So we're going to jack this thing up in the frame. You're going to want to make sure you have everything chalked up. Your wheels are chalked on the other side. Actually, I better chalk this one right in front of us here too. So I'll do that. I'll continue pumping this up. Okay, so we got the wheel off the ground here, just barely. And of course, I'm very lucky I'm on concrete. We got a nice flat surface, but that's another reason why you bring a couple of wood blocks with you. Not only to take up some room on the jack so it's not extended so far, but to also create a little stable area. Now I happen to be at home, like I said, so I have a jack stand. It's not a terribly heavy one. I don't know, this one's rated at. but better safe than sorry. So I'm going to position that under here. If you're on the road and you don't have a jack stand, well, just be very, very careful. You know, obviously I don't recommend working without a safety, but sometimes you just have to. I mean, you don't get a jack stand when you jack your car up. So now, like I said, we've got everything loose already. We can use our impact driver, which happens to be the same size. Like I said, a lot of people use these for these stabilizer jacks to drop them down and lift them up. So I just happen to have that with me, and it made me look like a hero because, oh, not only was it fitting for the wheels here, it also fit for where the spare tire is located, which I'll show you after I get this one installed. So I'm going to take this off, we'll get the new one on, and I'm going to zip these down, and then I'll show you how to drop and install the spare tire back under the rig. All right, we got the spare tire installed. I zipped those all down with the impact. Now we can drop the jack very carefully, make sure everyone is clear. And I don't know if I showed you that. I used a piece of wood up there also to kind of help distribute across there. But it's very easy. And like I said, if you want to sit on the side of the road and wait 2 hours for AAA or Good Sam or whatever to come by, you can do that if you want. But I think you'd be silly not to at least pick yourself up a bottle jack and a tire wrench. And of course, I don't know, I guess I pointed it out at the beginning. This is your most important thing right here, your tire gauge. Check your tires before you leave on every trip. So now I'm going to show you where the spare tire goes, at least on my model. They're probably all kind of similar. All right, on my trailer, at least, here we are on the right-hand side, which would be like the passenger side. And right here is a little deal that runs, this little drop down here that goes right in the center. So using my impact driver, it works very well. You can see how quickly I can raise and lower the spare tire. That's where my spare tire mounts on mine. So if you end up having to change a tire and you put the spare back there, make sure you put it with the valve stem pointing down. That way you can check the spare. I know it's kind of a pain in the butt, crawl under here and check it, but it had been a while since I checked it. So here I'm giving advice that I'm not following, but it had been a while since I checked it, and to say that I was a little bit nervous is an understatement. We were only 15 miles from home, so it wasn't a bad deal, and where the trailer was, it wasn't a bad deal either, but you just never know. And if you don't have a spare tire with your trailer, what are you going to do if you call Good Sam or AAA? You know, then you're going to be waiting even longer. So if you don't feel like you're capable of doing this job, at least have a spare, so when you call somebody and you have to wait, then they can do it. So I'm going to reinstall this spare back up under here, and we're going to wrap it up. Yeah, taking the RV out can be a lot of fun, but they always have issues. Stuff always happens on these things, and if you're into RVing and you're rich, then that's good. But if you're into RVing and you know you're just a normal, ordinary Tom kind of guy, then you're going to want to be able to take care of some of the stuff yourself. So, you know, keep your mind open to ideas on ways to take care of stuff so that it doesn't cost you, you know, an arm and a leg. I can't get a leg in the video. Okay, if you're liking my content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and if you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.